Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your dose of zombies news from the game and its community here on COD Zombies HQ. Thank you so much for tuning in today, where we've got a bunch of things to talk about, kicking things off with Cold War Zombies, where Treyarch has just made a change to the Super Easter Egg within the game, where since the Super Easter Egg originally launched earlier this week, a lot of players were noticing they weren't receiving the maximum reward, even though they said they completed all of the main Easter eggs in the game. Well, a lot of people found out the problem was that for whatever reason, the game wasn't counting early completions of the Maschine main Easter egg. I know I personally was affected by this, many of you guys were as well. Treyarch actually released an update yesterday where they said that they've resolved an issue that prevented the Pact or Super Easter Egg from tracking Maschine progress for players who completed this main quest shortly after launch. Well, after hopping into game, going back to the Super Easter Egg location, and reactivating the Pact, it now works as intended, tracking that Maschine Easter Egg completion and giving you the epic rarity loadout weapon, where before it was only giving out rares. So if you too had this problem, hop back in game, go back to the Super Easter Egg location, activate it, and it should be solved for you. Next up, with the release of Season 3, some players have been digging into the files of the game, where they found some pretty interesting things in regards to the future of round-based zombies maps in Vanguard, saying codenames for 2 new zombies maps have been added, although I'm assuming one will be Shinonuma round-based, with Treyarch publicly saying that halfway through the DLC season here in Vanguard, they're switching development to round-based zombies maps. To see data for 2 new zombies maps being added into the code kind of fits with what we expect for the future DLC season here in Vanguard, where we expect to get the first round-based map for that game, Shinonuma Reborn, sometime near the start of Season 4, so still probably around 2 months away, and then we would hopefully expect to get another round-based map as the final big piece of zombies content for that game. If it was like the games before, we'd say we'd expect that second round-based map at the start of Season 6, but it's also been leaked via the code in the game that it's likely Vanguard will only have a total of 5 seasons, where Cold War and Modern Warfare before it had a total of 6. So if we get Shinonuma Reborn at the start of Season 4, it's likely then we'll maybe see the next round-based map at the midpoint, the reloaded point of Season 5. We don't really know why they're going to release only 5 seasons of DLC here in Vanguard, though it's likely because that game isn't performing as good as the games before it, or it could also be that Modern Warfare 2 could be releasing a little bit earlier than expected, putting its release window in a time where Season 6 would normally drop. Next up, in news that could have absolutely massive impacts for the future of zombies, not only like future content, but the game mode as a whole, where news came out that Activision Blizzard shareholders have approved Microsoft's acquisition of the company, meaning pending government approval, Microsoft will own the Call of Duty franchise very soon, which results in some very interesting prospects, where the significance to the zombies mode I thought was laid out really interestingly by a fellow zombies YouTuber, Russian, where he said old Call of Duty games potentially coming to Xbox Game Pass could actually save zombies as a mode. People love nostalgia, and giving 25 million people access to their childhood games again could cause a massive spike in zombies popularity and keep the mode alive till 2024. If you've tried to purchase old COD Zombies maps and titles like Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 1 and each of its individual expansion packs, you know that they still cost a whole lot of money to buy even so many years later. With Microsoft acquiring Call of Duty and potentially putting those old games on Game Pass, the ability to access and play those old Zombies maps will be greater than ever, which is a great thing for the mode. I almost want to do a full video just on this topic, as Call of Duty Zombies post Microsoft acquisition is a really interesting topic, but that's a story for another day, because guys, that wraps up the news today. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, if you learned something new, hey, consider leaving a thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. Be sure to tap out right now to check out the last edition of the Zombies News Update, and I'll see you with another Zombies News video very soon. Peace.